I have a 2-for-1 video for you today, both a project share and an unboxing. This is from Shara Crane. This is her Spooky Boo class kit. If you want to see everything that is inside of it, I will show you what it's like to order a kit from her. It is a virtual weekend that I'm participating in. This is the fun packaging that it comes in. And the reason why it's 2-for-1 is because I have a project share for you as well, creating the exact same thing in a previous online kit that I have got from her. And it is exactly the same sort of album that we are going to be creating, as well as not just mini album, but also banner, memory decks, and some other fun cards. So if you want to see what this looks like, stay tuned. And there are 2 fun little candies here that are perfectly coordinated with the season. And it was funny, as I picked up this package, there was actually sequins falling out of the box. So that was pretty cute. So that's what it comes when you first open it. And here is everything that's inside. I just love these little sparkly bits. I'm going to collect those up and save them after. So the reason why I'm saying it's 2-for-1 is because let's just take the first thing out of this package right here, and you will see there we go. Oh, this is a jelly tote. You're supposed to make it into a little purse, but Shara has created these little mini album classes for creating a mini book out of this jelly tote. And it's as simple as basically cutting off the edges, slicing it down the middle, and then you now have 2 of the sides, front and back, for your mini album. And I'll walk you through that once we're done the unboxing, and you can see exactly what I've created. I made this mini album last year, inspired by Shara Crane. It is a fun little creation, very much like books that she has made. And I was so inspired. The collection that she used last year was really heavily revolving around Paige Evans Tricks and Treats collection. And I just love the colors so much of that collection. And I'll just show you a quick little flip through of what I made here. And it was really quite fun to have this little project to work on. And I thought it would be neat to participate in a Spooky Boo class because Shara herself is so inspiring. And this whole book I was able to create on my own, just inspired by her style. But it's fun to actually work with her classes and the products. She really sources everything so well and makes it so that you're not spending, well, you're spending a fortune for one, but you get everything all inclusive in her kits. I was kind of hoping for this same color palette, if I'm honest, when I first signed up for the class. And then when I saw it had a lot more purple and greens, and I was a little disappointed, but I'm coming around to it now because it is quite cute. And I do have that album that is already those kind of colors. Just take a look through, like, to source out all of these different things. The sequins, the beads, the ribbons, like all these special little details that she adds to each project. It's so expensive to get a whole bunch of different packages of things, but just to get exactly what you need is so perfect. So these are all the fun little bits that I love so much, and we'll look closer at them. And like the die cuts that she cut out here, like let's take a look at these just to start with, because I watched her Instagram stories where she showed exactly how she was putting all the kits together, and the amount of work that it would have taken to have die cut all of these pieces for the banner and the memory decks. Like, there's so much work that went into this, and I don't have a Cricut, which people are usually shocked by for the amount of paper crafting that I do. It's pretty amazing, actually, that I've never gone and got a Cricut. But anyway, so this is going to be the base of our banner, I'm sure. But she's got all kinds of like fun iridescent materials that she's sourced out, and yeah, just the amount of thought, and everything is well prepared, and it'll be like a joy just to sit down and create, and you don't have to do any of the thinking or the planning or the sourcing. I mean, that's all fun too, but this little page is actually going to be part of that little Jelly Tote mini album. I've seen her do pages where she creates little shaker pockets with sequins, and so I'm really excited to see how she makes those exactly, because they really add a lot to her projects. So the Simple Stories, let's see, Spooky Things collection is what we are working with this year. And I have to say, like, I love all the ghosts and the pumpkins and flowers and spider webs, and so that is great. I really like Simple Stories as a brand. This wouldn't be like my favorite font. It has almost like a vintagey kind of vibe to it, but it's growing on me. When I first saw it, I kind of had the pinks and oranges and whites and blacks all in mind. So to have the purples and greens initially kind of threw me, but now as I look at it, like, I'm definitely buying into this vibe. But look at how much stuff that we get for this kit. So the value of this kit, it cost $316, I believe. But I totally think that it's worth the price. The amount of time she spends. Ooh, that's interesting. It was sealed. I just opened it up from new. Like, did they just sort of make their way in there, or did she take some sheets out to be able to do the die cutting? Strange. 24 pages. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so this book has some missing pages because it's supposed to be 24 pages. Yeah. Okay. Regardless, I mean, you could see that she's cut these things out of those pages, so maybe that was pre-planned. Let's take a look at the other papers that come in this collection as well. I'll show you actually just a quick little look of the ephemera pack. It's nice to see exactly what you get. Sediment and Bits Spooky Things. And then you also get the Bits and Pieces Spooky Things. And you also get the journaling bits for Spooky Things. And then the number of pages that we get. Oh, okay. So I guess it is intentional that she gives you the pages that are cut out. So here are the pieces for the memory decks and the Jelly Tote. So she's done like pre-cut the stuff for us, which is much appreciated because I don't have a cutter. So that's good. And I guess maybe we might be using some of these other cut-aparts for orange pages. So that's why she's still included those pieces as well. I really like this paper. That is very cute. It's purple. Not as crazy about this black paper. The purple there is cute. Also not crazy about this. Too vintagey of a vibe for me. I don't like this. The only thing I like about this is I like the journaling paper behind and the little like taped papers on top. But I would use the B side of that. So this is a little skull and crossbones. I love this. Again, I love this little tape where it looks like there's old tape that's aged and brown. So just, I like this side better than the polka dot side. I love these always. They're the best. So I don't love this one or this one, like, but all the rest on the page are super cute. I like this. Looks like you've done a lot of collaging, but it's already done for you. I like all of these along the bottom. Now this polka dot one I love. That's more my style with the white and light colors. And then again, I really like this. See, but I don't, like, I love the cartoony kinds of things, but I don't love these or this font for this collection. What do you think of this collection? Is this one that you have your eye on for this season? Like, love. I'm here for the candy. Let's boo this. Like, that's all super cute. Again, I love these kinds of pages. So that is everything that's included there. So you get a decent amount of paper. And I was at a scrapbook event this weekend, which is where I created my little jelly tote from the Christmas class last year. And it was tempting for me to buy more of the paper. I didn't know yet what was going to be in my kit because I just got back today and I'm opening this up with you now. I wished I would have known because I could have stocked up on some other paper, then be less worried about making a mistake or changing things up. So let's take a look at this. Take this little candle out. These are LED candles, by the way, if you're ever worried that I'm going to start a fire because I got all this paper around these candles. It's nothing to be worried about. One of the things that sold me on this kit is we are making a dangle. And not only are we making a dangle that is, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Just filled with all these beautiful beads. We have one of these gorgeous hand-blown beads that I absolutely love. And I'm so happy with the one that was given to me. Look at the little candy corn and then all these beautiful colors. Just spectacular. I just love this so much. That is so cute. And then we also have these beautiful sequins. Look at these beautiful iridescent ones. And like I love all this combination of colors. The peach and the mint green and the light purple mixed in with the white and the black. So that's super cute. And then in here, oh my gosh, she had custom made Spooky Boo tags. That's fantastic. I love that. So what do we have in here? Let's take a look at these. So you got these little ghosts. I don't know where they came from, but they're adorable. I've seen that we're going to do this bat on these two bat wings on like one of the pages in the mini album. I love my little toothpick pumpkin that will stick out the top. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Spooky Boo 2025 custom little banner that will go like just like right there. It's just tuck it in. It would just look like it would stick out and go in a page like that. And then we've got an additional one, oh, two actually, a little candy corn. and a little star. And then she always gives us the needles. I actually don't use the needles that she provides because I find them too hard to thread my embroidery floss with, and maybe it's because I have too many strands of embroidery floss in my thread that makes it larger than what she uses, but I'll show you. And the last thing, other than these beautiful seam bindings that I love the look of, oh, look at these fabrics, fantastic. How do I get in here? So we've got a little piece of pom-pom trim and some bat, like organza. These I love. Like, I don't know where she finds this beautiful material, but that is so precious, and that's twice as long, like that's half of it there. And then this is the same beautiful fabric. Just so cute. Really like those. And then these, oh, very soft. I think these were old t-shirts actually. And not t-shirts that she has worn, but like she found some t-shirts and cut them all up. I do believe that this is like a reused t-shirt material, but they're so perfectly uniform that it's hard to believe that that was the fabric of a shirt, but maybe the way she cut them, that was possible. We've got a little Happy Halloween printed ribbon, black pom-pom trim. This, I love this thread with the little bits of iridescent sparkles in them, and then the white one as well. Eyelash trim, I think it's called. There's some more of that. So anyways, this is all so beautiful, and I will show you how all of those elements come together in this album. So all of the little things that we just opened up that package, you tie on to these little binder clips that are what hold the album together. And I did mine different, actually. I didn't sew on this album. I mean, I hand stitched on the album, but I didn't have my sewing machine at this event. So I actually didn't do everything exactly the same. I glued these on instead of stitching them, and she had put sequins on there, which I did not. And honestly, if I did, I would just put them glued on like these ones are. And she actually French knotted all of those in, and I was like, I'm just gluing them in because I don't love doing French knots at all, and so I avoided it wherever possible. I added this little dangle to the album, which I think looks really cute on the other side here. I also tied these little pieces of extra on the side. She had a dangle hanging off, and it will be made like this, the one that we are making. And I probably will go back and actually create one after I've seen her technique for how to make one of those dangles. I will probably add that on and make another one for my bulldog clip here. So here I did do this kind of stitching, but what I didn't do is the stitching around all of the project, which is different for me. And I can't say that I mind it. It was hard to get some of these pieces inside. I glue gunned most of the pages, and that was one way to sort of get around doing it. But all of the things, like these were all supposed to be French knot sequins on there, and I just glued them on. But this is what it looks like here. Again, these were supposed to be French knots, but I glued them. And here I created this little paper clip for the top. I wanted to have more things sticking out of the top. The only one that was provided was this beautiful little ballerina. This would have turned out better if I had stitched it on the edge. I've done this kind of work before, like on my previous albums, and I tried glue gunning it in place, and it's fine, but it's not as good. That was the only thing that I really would have wished to have my sewing machine for, but I was overall happy with how this album turned out. And there is one change up that I did, and that was on the very last page. I made this paper clip out of a piece of chipboard. I just stuck this chipboard on a paper clip, and I just stuck a piece of paper on the back and cut out that shape. I love this page here with the stitching. And then the last page that I did different is this one. And they seem to be stuck together. There we go. So this one I did different. So she had a polka dot page with all French knots. I didn't love the colors or the pattern, and I do not like doing French knots. So I instead happened to cut this piece out by chance, and the back looked so perfectly like a burst that I thought, this is what I'm going to use for this page instead of that one. And I stitched in the white for my little detailing there. And that is how that book turned out. Yeah, so this is my excitement for the weekend. My big dilemma now is I have another in-person event. This is local, so I just traveled a very long way. I traveled, it's an 8-hour drive and a week-long adventure. I just came back from a scrapbooking event in Winnipeg, and there is a scrapbooking event that falls on the same weekend as Spooky Boo. So I could attend an in-person event, or I can go to the virtual online event in my own craft room. I'm probably going to go to the in-person one. I will try to get maybe some of the prep work done or participate in the class, because it is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the in-person is only Saturday, but it's an all day, like 9 till 9 Saturday. So we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing, but it was fun to see everything. I hope you enjoyed having a little peek at what comes in a kit from Shara. And yeah, hit that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed and you want to see more paper crafting. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again next time.